Coming up on Cedar Valley today, inside Mother Mosque, we take a closer look at the Islamic faith.
And Quentin Hart is elected as the new mayor of Waterloo. We hear about his first days in office.
And a look at the new military policy affecting women. This is Cedar Valley Today. Hello and welcome to Cedar Valley Today. I'm Melissa Kozak.
And I'm Kaylin Thompson. Islam is the world's second largest religion with close to 2 billion followers. According to Pew Research Center, during the next 4 decades, Islam will grow faster than any other major world religion. This week I had the chance to learn about the religion that has been at the center of some of the world's hottest controversies.
Taha Al-Azawi is a student at Wartburg College from Iraq. He is a Muslim and thinks the general public should be more informed about the Islamic faith.
The religion is about peace and compassion, but nowadays it's really hard to make people believe in that or make people understand that unless you either live with Muslim community, real Muslim community, and see their struggles and how people are looking at them from outside or through the media.
Islam is a religion that follows one God. Followers of the Islam religion, known as Muslims, worship and call their God Allah. Allah. Taha Tawil is an imam or religious leader of a Muslim community. He is also the executive director for the Mother Mosque of America, located in Cedar Rapids.
All what I want to say, that Islam talk for itself. It tells you to believe in a creator. It tells you that there is day of judgment. You should not harm others, nor kill others, nor abuse others. It tells you about justice, compassion.
Tawil says the Islamic religion has 6 articles of faith. Muslims believe that there is one God, angels, prophets, the message of God through the prophets, life after death, and predestination. Muslims follow Allah's teachings that are written in their holy book, called a Quran.
So in order for people to understand the scripture and the message of God, they have to read Al-Quran.
Islamic rituals are at the heart of their 5 pillars, which are faith, prayer, zakah, or charity, fasting, and pilgrimage to Mecca, also known as Hajj.
That's the unique thing about Islam, is that wherever you go, you find the same message, you find the same rituals.
Islamic leaders in Iowa are trying to dispel myths surrounding the Islamic faith through educational discussions and panels. One resource to get more information is the Mother Mosque of America, located in Cedar Rapids. You can find them online at www.mothermosque.org.
Cyber Monday this year reached over $3 billion in sales. The report is based on data from over 200 million visitors to 4,500 different retail websites. This sales on mobile devices soared to 26%, up from 19% the previous year. The mobile traffic accounted for 48% of the online traffic. The average amount spent by consumers fell by 0.6 to $123.43. One standout this year was Amazon, whose average discount was 40%, resulting in sales up 21% from the previous year. Coming up, we'll talk with the newly elected Waterloo mayor.
Students across the Cedar Valley are displaying their artistic talents.
6 Wartburg students will be featured in the Cedar Valley Biennial Art Exhibit. The exhibition, held at the Waterloo Center for the Arts, showcases artwork from local college students. The show is typically only open to students from the University of Northern Iowa and Hawkeye Community College, but this year the exhibition will include artwork from Wartburg students as well. There were only 63 of 210 entries chosen this year.
I think it's important to recognize that Additionally, besides the personal and public experience, this is one of the few ways that students get creative work out in the public, specifically in the visual arts. So beyond what it does for the individual, it does something for the institution, and it does something for us as a department.
The exhibition runs from December 1st through February 12th with an opening reception to be held on December 9th at 5:30 at the Waterloo Center for the Arts. The free event is free and open to the public.
Lamppost Theater in Cedar Falls is welcoming in the Christmas season with their own take on Old St. Nick. Bethana is a story how a female Santa Claus helps a young boy regain his memory from amnesia, and in that time regains the true hope of Christmas. Showtime is tonight at 7 p.m. Now let's take a look at today's weather.
Are you a high school senior passionate about becoming a writer, producer, editor, or even a cinematographer?
Wartburg College's Department of Journalism and Communication wants students like you to join our award-winning creative community.
We've created a digital cinema and production program centered on real-world experiences, with a goal of helping you master digital skills in video, audio, and live production.
You'll have the opportunity to work in our digital production control room, live recording studios, and have access to our full line of digital cinema gear.
This program is designed for digital creatives who want to explore areas such as screenwriting, producing and directing, digital cinematography and lighting design, music production and digital audio recording, live video production and streaming.
We're committed to training the next generation of digital storytellers. For more information about Wartburg's Department of Journalism and Communication, find us online and on Facebook.
New policy for women in military combat was announced this week. Yesterday, the Defense Secretary Ash Carter announced women can now serve in all military combat positions. Iowa Senator Joni Ernst, who served in the Army, released the following statement. Over the past 14 years, women have honorably served our nation. I support providing women the opportunity to serve in any capacity. Joining us now is Dr. Paula Sevilla, Humanities Professor here at Wartburg College, has a unique story involving the military. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience with the Canadian Army?
Sure. I served in the Canadian Army from, it seems like a long time ago, from 1982 to 1987. And I joined, much to the surprise of my parents, at a time when women were not typically welcomed, in a sense, in the Army. And in my case, I joined the oldest regiment in Canada. It was based in Ottawa. And it's a very special regiment. It has a British background, so one of the things that we were trained to do was a changing of the guard ceremony on Parliament Hill, kind of like they have in front of Buckingham Palace. And they needed musicians, and I auditioned. They auditioned across Canada, and I got one spot out of 100. And that started kind of a strange little career in the military, and it was very interesting. I think they began to allow women into this particular program in 1980, so we still felt very new to this and that we had something to prove. And we did. They continue to have women in this program and obviously in the military serving too.
So what roles could women have in the Canadian Army?
At that time?
Yeah.
At that time there was a lot of clerical work. And certainly, I think there was some leadership, but it was limited. My experience in terms of being promoted, for example, was unique. This regiment did a lot of parading, and for example, obviously I started off as a private, but we have a private corporal, master corporal, and then you go to sergeant. And I had all my training up to master corporal, but they didn't like to have women become master corporals because then we had to yell commands on the parade floor, and they were very, very uncomfortable with women's voices yelling commands on the floor, basically because you had a long tradition of this being a very male, very British, very different kind of environment. But at this point, I think things have changed considerably, and women can do anything in the military that men can do. We certainly well, maybe not pull-ups, but we certainly proved proved that we could be as efficient and as dynamic and as positive to the work that needed to be done as anyone.
Right. So now this new American policy.
Right.
What do you
right.
think about that?
Well, it's interesting. Certainly when I served, that there was never that possibility. We were trained to do all of those things. I mean, boot camp was, in a sense, not gender divided. So I very rarely tell my students that I threw grenades and shot submachine guns in a very, very controlled environment. But I think it's a normal development, and I'm very pleased about it. It's 2015. It's about time that balance be performed, in every environment. So I'm very personally supportive of it. If women do want to carry on in that role, I think they should. They should be able to.
Now you brought pictures today.
I did. I had an interesting moment last night looking through some of them. This is I don't know which camera I need to show this to. This is me in another age. This one over here. There we go.
Sorry about the technical
No, that's all
difficulties. There we
right.
are.
That's okay. So this is me in uniform before parade. I don't have as many of me in fatigues since we were quite the draw for tourists as well. But we basically every morning paraded on Parliament Hill to about 5,000 folks, and it was a very important sort of touristic PR thing for Canada, for the Parliament as well. And then during the year we served as well with less parading, more training, and certainly coming together in the regiment. So essentially I was in the reserve during the year, and in the summer it was full time.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me and
My
talking
pleasure.
about this.
My
It's
pleasure. It
great.
was really fun. Thank
Great
you.
for a woman all over going into the
It's
Army and everything.
absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
We'll be right back. Santa Claus is coming to town this December, so we'll be right back.
As Warburg alumni, we're proud to support Knights Athletics. And as First National Bank employees, we're here to serve you first.
Santa Claus is coming to town this December. He is coming to his Waverly home on Coleman Park on December 5th, 12th, 17th, and 19th. He'll also make an appearance at Christmas on Main from 6 to 8. You can mail him letters at his cottage, but be sure to include your full name and return address. Thank you for watching Cedar Valley Today. For more Cedar Valley content, download our app for Android, and also make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
We won't be having any shows next week, but be sure to tune in to our Christmas Greetings on Main special. That will be December 10th. Have a great weekend, Cedar Valley.